Today we'll be talking about lesson 10.1 on exponents. So a power is a product of repeated factors. Remember, product means multiplication. The base of a power is a common factor, and the exponent of the power indicates the number of times the base is used as a factor. So you can see here that the power is the entire thing. The base is the factor that we are using, that repeated multiplication. And the exponent tells you how many times we are using that base as a factor, how many times it's going to be multiplied by itself. So here on your own section, the first and second one, it says write the product using exponents. So see, we have a base of 1/4, and we are multiplying it times itself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So we would write this as 1/4 to the 5th. So this is what our exponent and our power would look like. Now you try number 2. On number 2, you see that we have two different bases or two different factors. We have 3/10 or 0.3, and we have that 4 times. So we should write 0.3 to the 4th power. And then we have x 2 times, so x to the 2nd power. So our answer would look like this. Now let's take a look at a few more. Here we're going to evaluate or solve the expression, simplify it. So here, -5 to the 4th. When the negative is not in a parenthesis with the base, this means -5 to the 4th power. So a negative of whatever our answer is here. Well, we know that 5 to the 4th is 5 times 5 times 5 times 5, which is 625. Now keep in mind, we need a negative of that. So our answer would be -625. On number 4 here, we have -1/6 to the 3rd power. So -1/6 times -1/6 times -1/6. We use that negative in that repeated factor each time because the negative is inside of the parentheses. You go ahead and try to solve this one and take a try at number 5. Now that we've looked at number 4, we know that -1/6 times -1/6 times -1/6 is the same as -1/6 to the 3rd power. Now, negative times negative times negative is a negative answer. And when we multiply fractions, we go straight across the top and straight across the bottom. So 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. So our answer for number 4 would be -1/216. On the following one, we have the absolute value of -3 cubed divided by 27. Remember that -3 cubed, written like this, is negative of whatever 3 cubed is. So 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. -27 divided by 27 is -1. The absolute value of -1 is 1. Remember that absolute value is the distance away from 0 on a number line, and distance is always a positive answer. With number 6, we are using those order of operation rules. So parentheses, exponents, multiply and divide in order from left to right, and then add and subtract in order from left to right. So we have 9 minus 2 to the 5th. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 32 times 0.5. So we didn't have any parentheses. We took care of the exponents. Now we need to multiply and divide in order from left to right. So we see 32 times 0.5. Well, 32 times 0.5 is 16. So now we have 9 minus 16. So we can subtract, and we end up with -7 as our answer.